Totton by Hereford manager Peter Beadle. Pleased, I imagine, with an opening day victory.
Yeah, it was away from home, long trip, 4 hours. I think most of the boys spent on the bus coming from Hereford, and you know, it was hot on there today on that bus, so it was quite energy sapping. We didn't start brightly enough. Although saying that, I thought we had some great chances first half to be 3 or 4 up, and then as always we shoot ourselves in the foot and make it an uphill battle for ourselves. So it's
credit to their strike though.
It's a fantastic strike, but it should have been cut out way before that. And we talked, at half time, yet again we found ourselves in a game where we were 1-0 down and we should have been 4 up. So we asked them about their desire more than anything, because it's not about, no disrespect to Totton, we thought we'd be fitter, stronger, better technically, individually as players, but it always comes down to that bit of desire, and we felt maybe we didn't quite have enough first half.
Were you surprised that there wasn't that intensity from the kick-off?
I think because we've fallen into a rut already, but I think because of last year we had the lion's share of the play throughout the season last year, because of the way we played and having the lion's share of the ball it tends to we start that way. We start like we've finished the game, which is like lots of possession and taking our time, because we're already by that time hopefully a couple of goals to the good, and we take our time with it, and we can't start that. We've got to remember we have to earn the right to play, and we have to earn the right by matching their commitment and their desire. And second half I thought it was a completely different performance, a different team, chalk and cheese first and second half. And again, we still dominated the first half. We dominated it at pedestrian pace. Second half we dominated it at a far better tempo, and they did start to weary towards the end. I mean, a few of ours did, but ours are putting in far more effort. They're on the ball a lot more than they were. So like I said, just pleased to get over the line. And again, like I said, we could have had maybe 1 or 2 more in the second half. So, but come away from home. It won't be easy for teams to come here, especially the distances you've got to travel, and pick up 3 points. We're happy.
Looks a very competitive game. Is that? I mean, if they're a mid-table side from last year, you would imagine that's pretty typical.
Maybe. I mean, like I said, I know quite a few teams in this league, so and I wouldn't have said typical. I think the factors in today is that we've had a 4-hour trip on a hot bus. It's a hot day. It's the first day of the season, and as you know, obviously last year we started with a good result last year on the first day, and then had a little bit of a blip along the way, but and then things start to even out. So once the season gets up and running, then I'm sure things will start to balance off a little bit once we get 5, 6, 10 games in. But we need to make sure we don't have the sort of same blips as we've had today. They're only small ones, but for us they seem to be very costly. So we need to make sure we don't have that going forward.
And that competition for place is going to increase. Chris Parry's international clearance all the way from Wales is going to come through, and obviously Ryan Green is back fully trained.
Yeah, he is. So like I said, and then you look at the bench today and it's strong, and Alex is not on the bench. So like I said, we're happy with where we are as a squad. And it's important that the players that are not starting keep everybody that is starting on their toes, and hopefully they'll do that. And that's the key to being successful like we were last year. There was always competition for places, and like you said, John sat on the bench today. But it might be a different game for him on Tuesday. But he got 52 goals last year, and he sat on the bench the first game of the season. So that shows the strength in depth that we've got here at the minute, and it's important that they all buy into what we're trying to do, and it's a different type of mentality here. And if they all buy into that, then we'll be fine. And the competition will only get stronger as the season goes on. 1 or 2 players might start popping up, and if they do and they will improve us, then we will look to do that.
So I understand you have got a couple of irons in the fire at the minute.
We have, yeah. Well, we've one is no longer in the fire. That's out. That's done now. That's not going to happen. But one other is very, very close to being pushed over the line. So hopefully that will go through very soon. And once that's done, then we'll still be on the lookout for one, maybe or maybe 2 more. We're always looking to change. We're not looking to change. That's wrong, because the lads here have done great. But obviously, when players become available that we think can evolve us and make us better, then obviously we need to be very serious about trying to bring them to the club. So we were stalking 2. One didn't work out. One is very close to being done.
And finally, a quick word for the fans. Lots turning out today.
Yeah, I think they've enjoyed their day today in the sun, and like I said again, we appreciate them travelling all the way here, and obviously, especially, I'm sure their buses are just as hot as ours. They just get a bit more colder and a bit more fluid refreshments than we do during the game. But they're fantastic, and they stuck with the team because I think they can see the team were trying to do the right things, but for us on the sideline it wasn't quite the right tempo. And if we can cut out, them small little mistakes. I mean, Horse dropped one, and then the goal. I think that was all they had first half, and then second half they were limited to long distance efforts and one that Horse tipped over. So as a performance, it probably wasn't too bad, but the players have set far higher standards than that, so we expect them to maintain that. So but again, the fans were great because they could see we were trying to do the right things, and we were creating chances. But maybe on another day we'll take 2 or 3 early ones and make it a bit easy for ourselves.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.